You want to know what only 5 hours of sleep looks like? It's this. But I wanted to get this video out because it's almost February, and don't worry, I'll be covering up this face pretty soon with actual trailers of the games. But we have a lot to discuss in this video, a lot of different games that are coming out in this month. It is a huge month for huge releases, but I also wanted to have a section towards the end of the video, at the very end of the video, where we're going to talk about one little indie or small game, whatever we want to call it, a little spotlight of a game that you may not know about yet. So stay tuned for that. Without any further ado, let's jump right in and get into the news of this month. By the time you're watching this video, this game will already probably be released. Life is Strange Remastered will be launching on the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Switch, PC, and Stadia. Stadia is still a thing? I guess it is. The remaster will include Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm, both remastered with improved visuals and animations. The originals had enough emotional heft and punch that I don't necessarily think this was a needed remaster, but all the same, it's always good. It's always nice to see good games get a new life. Shortly after that, we'll have Dying Light 2 coming in on February 4th. Dying Light 2 Stay Human will be the first major release of the month, hitting all the major platforms with PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox SS, Switch, and PC all getting the release. This will be 7 years after the launch of the original Dying Light. So early this month, you'll be able to get your zombie horror parkour skills on.
Parkour!
The game is set 20 years after the original game and promises a fluid-free running experience with tools like the grappling hook and paraglider to add that extra bit of freedom. Parkour aside, the game is expected to have a more serious and fleshed out narrative. We'll see how it all plays out as the reviews trickle in. Our first MMO on the list is gonna be Lost Ark. Lost Ark will be gracing Western audience with its isometric 2.5D just over 2 years from its December 2019 launch in South Korea. It will be interesting to see how the MMO fanbase reacts to the launch of Lost Ark. It's a different game from New World in a few key ways. First, that it's isometric, but also that it's a localization, so it's a game with years of post-launch development already attached to it. This promises to be more polished than what we got with New World, so it'll be interesting to see, will it surpass New World's peak? I'm gonna go with no, because when you think about how many players you had with New World, almost 1 million at the peak, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard for Lost Ark to meet. But I think it's very possible that we could get, by the end of the year or mid-year, Lost Ark could have a higher player base than New World does. We'll just have to see how it goes. A YouTuber who's been doing a good job covering Lost Ark in a very objective way is a much larger YouTube channel, Force Gaming. I've included a link below to their latest Lost Ark video if you want to check them out. Hot on the heels of Lost Ark, we have an MMO that'll be expanding its content with Star Wars: The Old Republic, Legacy of the Sith. The long-running BioWare MMO will be changing things up with this expansion, with perhaps the biggest part of it being combat styles. A revamp of how character story and combat interact. I'm intrigued by these changes that moves the story of your character away from the combat style. For example, a Jedi Knight origin could have the Consular as its combat style, but that's not all. If your character strays from their light or dark side, they could unlock options from the opposite faction. So you could be a Jedi Knight that has Sith powers. This adds an extra oomph to those light and dark decisions in game. I think this could be fun. I think the free-to-play model will still be crap. It's in my opinion still the worst free-to-play model of any MMO, and I hope they fix it sometime because I still like that game. But that's beside the point, and that's a video for another day. Let's just say that this is an expansion that I'm happy to go check out. I like the idea of adding more impact on those choices because that feels very BioWare to me. Very old school BioWare. February 17th brings us the third iteration in the long-running turn-based strategy tactics video game series Total War. This time once more returning to the world of Warhammer. Total War Warhammer 3 will be launching February 17th and promises to be a cataclysmic conclusion to the trilogy. The game boasts more ways to play, an engaging narrative, more playable factions, and of course, a strategy sandbox with endless replayability. These games just suck away the time. Just one more turn. Leaving the demons behind, we go on to Metal Dinosaurs. Hot off the PC launch of the original Horizon game, we will get its hotly anticipated sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, on February 18th. It will, however, once again be returning to its exclusive roots on PS4 and PS5. Sorry. Horizon Forbidden West is one of the marquee games for the month, and perhaps on any other month of the year, it might be the marquee game. February, though, it's a different animal at the moment. Will Alloy be able to conquer it? That was kind of that wasn't the best joke, but I'm tired. I'm very tired. So give me a break, please. I'm certain fans of the original will be eagerly waiting to snap the sequel up, but those who recently experienced on PC are going to have to wait, perhaps a couple years, perhaps until they can get a PS5. Now, on February 22nd, Bungie, or is it Sony now, will be launching the MMO-ish Destiny 2's latest expansion. The Witch Queen was originally planned for 2021, but it was delayed until the start of this year. Dextero has a great write-up on the expansion, and to get all the details of what to expect, I would suggest going there. But one of the big things it seems like they're trying to push is the story of this expansion and how it's something that's been building for years. So I would go take a look. If you're a fan of the series, I'm sure you'll be excited with the upcoming expansion. Personally, I played a bit of Destiny 2. I thought it was fun, but I got pretty lost pretty quickly. So it's not really the game for me, but doesn't mean it's not an excellent game, and I'm happy to see another expansion. End of Dragons, the upcoming expansion for Guild Wars 2, will be launching in February. I say February because we still don't have a date for this game, but we do have a sort of roadmap. On February 4th, we'll have the Canaan City map tour. The 11th, we'll see the JTech Mastery preview, and the 18th, we'll get to jam out to some new music. Finally, in late February, we'll have the launch day celebration. I think that pins us anywhere between February 18th and February 28th for launch. This feels a bit weird to do. I'm not sure why they're being so vague less than a month out from launch, but it has me talking about it, so I guess their PR plan is working. Anyway, whenever it does launch, I'll be dropping in to see what it's all about. So that's it, right? Nothing else to cover in February other than our little indie small game spotlight. We can move right on to this game, which I'm pretty excited about. It's called INFERNAX. INFERNAX is a 2D side-scroller with a distinctive retro feel from the music to the graphics. It looks and sounds like we've stepped back in time and loaded up Castlevania. INFERNAX will be going live on every console and PC on Valentine's Day. What better way to tell someone you love them than with this charming game from Berserk Studios? Well, that's all I have for you today. My name is Redbeard Flynn, and if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like.